Howdy and welcome back to AMP Like a Pro, the course that teaches you how to build websites using the latest Google-created web design methodology called AMP. We just finished building our first AMP valid page. Now it's time to add a little CSS to spruce it up. All right. So in this episode, we are going to add some custom CSS to our first AMP page. We're going to go to two different places. We're first going to go to BASSCSS, that's BASSCSS.com. And we're going to scroll down just a little bit, but when you get there, go ahead and read some of the blurbs about how awesome this stuff is. It's a really simple framework that's amazing. Once you get to the Getting Started section, copy that link and paste it into a new tab or window, and then you'll get access to the full BASSCSS framework. From there, you'll also go to AmpStart.com to check out some of the templates that they have there. And all of these templates are built on BASSCSS and an AmpStart custom CSS file that they modify from there. AMP by example is also built on BASSCSS and AmpStart. AMP by example is a really great resource to go to, and through the nature of this course we will visit AMP by example a couple of times. But if you do inspect element, you can go into the header and scroll down to the custom CSS file, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now here we are in the custom CSS file. The issue is that once you are in the inspect element, if the custom CSS file is so large, it won't display the entire thing. So you can't gain access, as it were, to the full custom CSS. So instead of doing inspect element, if you right click, you can do the view page source, and this spits out the entire source code for the whole website, but as you'll notice, it's all minified. So you'll have to scroll down, and what I've done is a Control F or Command F to get amp-custom. That takes you to the custom CSS starting point, and then select all between the style brackets there, the style elements, copy that and paste it into our document. So we're going to take the BASSCSS and we're going to take the AmpStart CSS. Now they do use normalize.css, but we are kind of taking that from the AmpStart. Okay. Here they basically just described that they've used BASSCSS and AmpStart. Now the important thing is you've got to delete anything that has exclamation important. That's if you're not familiar with CSS, exclamation important is kind of an override. It says don't listen to anything else that refers to this particular style and just listen to this. Well, that's illegal in AMP development, so you have to, once you paste the AmpStart CSS and specifically the BASSCSS into your file, you're going to have to then go through and delete all of the exclamation importance. So this is the AmpStart that we pulled from the source code of the AMP by example website. If you've downloaded the full zip file for the course, you'll notice under the assets folder inside it there's another folder called course assets, and in there you will see the AmpStart and BASSCSS combo CSS that I've already put in there for you. Essentially that's exactly what we just looked at in the view page source element for AMP by example. So two different places where you can grab it and copy it and paste it in. And now we need to give it somewhere to go. So we're going to do open bracket style space amp dash custom close bracket, and then we paste our AmpStart CSS in here. And the cool thing about this is that AmpStart CSS also has the BASSCSS in it. So in one fell swoop we got both AmpStart and Bass. Next, all we have to do is close the style. So it's open bracket / style close bracket. And again, if you have Sublime Text 3 like I've asked you to get, then the moment you hit that / after the open slash, it did the closing for you. All you need to do is tab it correctly so it's in the right place, and we're laughing. Now we save that document and reload our page, and we'll see that some of the font has changed slightly. Now the important thing when we do inspect element, go into console and notice that it says powered by AMP HTML. There are no errors, there are no issues. Something else that we can do is copy the paste and go to the AMP validator and paste that in and check again to see if our code is valid. And wouldn't you know it is.